Today we're here with Brandon, a developing trader here at SMB, and we wanted to share some best practices from the desk. Brandon, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. I'm happy to be here. Happy to share this with you guys.
Awesome. So Brandon and I were talking about his monthly review and some of the things he's done really, really well, and we wanted to share one of the best practices that he's kind of picked up in his trading. Each day we come in and we try and analyze the news and figure out some of the trade ideas that we could be seeing. Brandon's taken it a step further, and I actually think it's a really good practice that we really wanted to get out there. Brandon comes in each day prepared based on what he saw the night before. So we have a couple slides that we wanted to share, and Brandon and I are just going to talk through a little bit of this in this really quick video.
Yeah, of course. So we could jump right into this. So yeah, a big part of my trading is actually the night before, and it's just doing a bit of research and recognizing setups that can possibly play out the following day. So I have a few different setups within my playbook that you can recognize the day before, and I thought I would share those right here with a quick description. So one of those setups is a multi-day consolidation that can lead to a higher time frame breakout or breakdown. And for this type of setup, it's important for me for the daily chart to align with the intraday thesis. So unless the stock has been parabolic, I would look for stocks that have shown relative weakness over the past year or so on the daily chart for a breakdown. And I'm not typically looking for the strongest stocks or the strongest sectors to.
Hey, Brandon, I'm going to jump in here. I don't think this is really the most important thing. I was going to ask you, do you feel like this is your edge? Identifying needs.
Yeah, going into my trading, this part right here is not my main source of edge. I feel like it's a check in my favor, but it's not the most important thing for me.
And that's what we really want to talk about, is what's the most important thing here. These are setups that we learn on the desk, that you learn through the Winning Trader. They're setups that we could tell you all of this, and it's great that you know the setup, but this isn't where the edge comes in the trade. So I kind of want to get to the good stuff. You know, we can talk about the fact that you understand what a multi-day consolidation that led to a higher time for breakout or breakdown is. You understand day one earnings trades. You understand day two multi-day continuation trades, and you understand unsustainable multi-day moves. But let's get to the good stuff. Let's jump ahead here. Let's go to the next slide.
Yeah, of course. So definitely one of the most useful things and one of the best practices that I do within my trading is creating if-then statements. This is actually something that I learned at the beginning of my journey with SMB. I do this, nightly and going into the pre-market session when there's no trades, but this is definitely the most beneficial thing, one of the most beneficial things to my trading. And basically what it is creating if-then statements the day before to get your ideas on paper and have clarity. And then playing out all the different scenarios before they happen and creating these if-then statements with technical levels and setups you trade well. So I put a few examples here. This example is actually on Snow, is from this morning. And it's if Snow rallies to 234 to 240 sharply off the open, up over 3% from VWAP, then I would look for confirmation of buyers exhausting to put on a starter position no more than 10% of my daily stop. If we get below VWAP, then I would get big, risking unrealized PNL, and would look for a move back down to 200.
So what I love about this is I can visualize that trade, and most traders could visualize what that price action would look like. And just by writing that out, you've done one rep. And you've done one rep before even knowing if that rep will show up. But you're putting yourself in a position where if there's an opportunity, you're a little more prepared for it. And you're not doing this 20 minutes before the open or at the open or any other time the morning of. You've actually done this the night before so that you've given yourself time to think through it. And then does it open up the potential of you coming in and just saying, hey, maybe I need to adjust my levels, maybe the price action showing this trade wouldn't work, but let me update my if-then statement?
Exactly. That's exactly what it's about. It's about coming into the open and you already did, say, 75%, 80% of the work you needed to. You may have to look at new levels. You may need to adjust your statements and you may want to add some more information to it. But ultimately, you have the picture on paper and you have the clarity and you have the picture in your head and you're ready to take the trade when the market opens if the trade presents itself.
Perfect. And did this play out today?
This actually played out. This played out really well today. I know Snow off the open. I don't know exactly when it rolled over, but I ended up putting on a starter position near the highs, I think risking above 235. It ended up rolling over and I got big below VWAP. And then I think it traded down maybe to 210, maybe 215, somewhere around there. But the trade ended up working out really well.
Perfect. I love this. You've texted me these before, and at first I was like, who's this guy? Why is he sending me this stuff? But it made so much sense, and I've seen you do this consistently, and I really think it's a best practice that if people want to start doing this, the night before you understand what the trade setup is, then you start to do some visualization of if this price action happens, then I'm really looking forward to this opportunity, and you don't get attached to it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if you're prepared, you're ready.
And that's a big part of it too. You have to stay nimble. And even though you do come into the day prepared, you have to realize that if the scenario doesn't play out, then you don't take the trade and you don't put on the risk. And that's one of the biggest skills that I believe elite traders have, is their ability to protect their downside risk on non-opportunistic days.
That's great. So thank you very much for sharing this today. And we'll look forward to some more good trading from you in the future.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Hey, go ahead and click our subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos that we're producing for you in the trading community. And please take the time to add your feedback in the comment section for what videos you'd like for us to produce next and what you found helpful from this video. From all of us at SMB, train and trade well.